In this video on Dynamics 365 Sales, I'm going to cover off very quickly the search capabilities within Dynamics. So let's go into the system and show you what I mean. So you've got a number of ways we can search the system. So the first one I'm going to show is view search. So I'm in the accounts area at the moment. I'm specifically in an all accounts view, but I could change that view. And you can see here I've got a search area. It says filter by keyword. If I click on that, it tells me a bit about that search. It says it begins with search. Based on the following columns or fields: account name, account number, email, main phone, other phone. So that's what it's searching on. That can be configured in the background, by the way. So that is something your admin can change if the fields you want to search aren't there. Now let's say I want to find the account Fabricam. I just type on this. This is begins with search. So if I type on that, I get Fabricam. If I want to do a contain search, then all I need to do is stick a wildcard in front of that. And let's say I know it ends in cam, can't remember the start of it. Click on that and I get Fabricam again. So I've got the option it begins with, that's the default, but if I stick a wildcard in front of it, I can do a contains search. Now, note, that's only searching on the view I'm in. In this case, it's all accounts, so that's fine. But if I had a more restricted view, because I applied some filters, then it's only going to search records in that particular view. So that is search type 1. Search type 2 is global search. So if I click on this, let's say I want to find Fourth Coffee. I'll type in Fourth, and it's going to come back, and you can see it's searching on multiple different record types. So it's found one opportunity, one account, 3 contacts, and 1 lead, and it's actually searching on, I think, 19 tables, but you can change, again, your administrator can change through administration what tables it's actually searching on, and you can see it's listing me my opportunities, my accounts, my contacts, my leads. So that's the other way of searching. Obviously, now it's looking across a broader range of records, so that's potentially bringing back more data for you. Now, let's go to the next search. Before I do that, if you are using Microsoft Dynamics and feel you're not getting as much out of it as you'd like, and you'd like some guidance on best next steps, then feel very free to reach out. I'll put some links in the description below. Always happy to have a chat with people about their particular situation. Anyway, let's go into the next means of search. So if I go back to my views, and I go back into the accounts area, you can see I've got these columns appearing in the view. I can add columns to that by editing columns. I can remove columns, add columns if I wish to. But what I can do is search based on the column. So if I just click on that right arrow, there you can see I've got the option to filter by. And if I want that city to be Redmond, for example, I can just type in Redmond. If I could type, I could. There we go. Apply that, and that filters that down. And I can do that on multiple columns in one time. So that's another search mechanism. Now, if I just clear that filter, let's talk about the other thing that I can do. Is I've got this button here called Edit Filters, and this becomes a very powerful means of getting to my data in the system. So I clicked on Edit Filters, and you can see this view comes up. I'm not going to go into depth on this because there's a lot to show, and we've done a whole series on these advanced filters type capabilities. But effectively what I can do is pick fields from within that record, all related records are the basis of my search, and I can build up multiple criteria. So let's say I wanted add a row. I can choose a field, so I wanted address city equals Redmond. Typing today. Right, and then we might want a status, so let's just jump to status equals active, and we might want the, let's just pick something else, email contains data, say. Let's apply that. So I've used 3 fields of the criteria. Those are all ands, but I could do ors. I can also draw, make that query based on related parent or child records as well. So I've got a lot of power there. Just give you a flavor of what's possible. I can apply that back, and it's brought back the records that meet those particular criteria. So that's the fourth means of searching. The other way, I guess, you could also do is use something like Copilot. And you could go into Copilot, and I could actually use natural language search in that particular case. Accounts in, let's say, Redmond again. Let's see if we can actually type Redmond correctly this time. Yay. Click on that, and then it's going to have a bit of a think about it. It takes a little while to run, and eventually, hopefully, it's going to come up with some names. So those are the accounts based in Redmond, and then if I actually click on more details, sorry, I show on a page, that actually displays that in the results area there. So there we go, 5 quick means of searching your Dynamics for Sales system with varying degrees of simplicity, sophistication, and power. Anyway, hopefully that's been helpful, as this is one in quite a series we've done on videos related to Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Sales, so feel very free to check out the channel. Anyway, thanks very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.